Welcome to SSP, Still Standing Podcast. If you trying to build, trying to heal, trying to lead, or just trying to make it through another day, you in the right place. I'm here with my brother. How you doing, man?
Another day, my boy. How about yourself?
Man, I'm blessed, highly favored, glad to be here. It's a lot going on in the world, man. Just like we
Yeah.
say, bro, it's always something. There's always something going on, man.
Yeah.
But before we get started, man, we gonna goddamn toast to the lost soldiers, man. Goddamn me. Hey man. Man, I've been on this shay. I've been on this little shay now.
How is it though? It's
It
smooth.
it, it got me in there, bitch. Michelle, 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 Michelle. All on live with it. You see what I'm saying? Hey man. So like, subscribe, share, send to your mama, your cousin, them. But hey man, this is toast, man, to all the lost people, man. Freddie Gray, Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, and so many more that I could speak on. We ain't talking about them soldiers, man. We talking about our soldiers. You know, and we talked a lot about talk a lot on this episode about growth in our community and the things we need to fix. But just remember those names, man, uh, and why your reasoning for us to always have to continue to progress, man. So you dig what I'm saying? Oh, way up. But man, guilty till proven innocent. Oh, did I say that? Innocent till proven guilty till proved.
Mm-hmm.
Man, guilty till proven innocent, man. Another case,
Yeah.
another lifetime special.
Yeah.
Hey, Stefon Diggs, uh, trial is over with. Found not guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Blessing. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to him because it could have been a lot worse. And over here
Mm.
at SSP, man, we believe in building you up before we tear you down. We gonna build you up before we tear you down. So
Mm-hmm.
Stefon Diggs, man, we're gonna get into the unjust part of the entire situation. So give your feelings on that, man. Seemed like a lot of stretched accusations.
Yeah. I just feel like it was a whole, mixing business with pleasure, and I feel like even though it went into Stefan's favor, I just feel like he need to take a better responsibility of if he's intertwined, if he's entangled with a woman and it's supposed to be on the business level, just keep it as business and just keep the business and keep the pleasure, but don't intermix that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just if she supposed to be his chef, all she should have been doing is cooking. That's it. It should have been no other. It should be no reason why she's staying at his spot longer than what she need to be at. Cook the food, get the fuck on. Cook my food, you need to leave. It shouldn't be no, no, it shouldn't be nothing extra except for cook my food and get the fuck on. That's
Yeah,
it. I feel like,
yeah,
he needs to take more responsibility and know, like, hey man, you know, he was found now guilty. Take this as a learning lesson. Don't don't let this happen again because it may not go in your favor next time. Use this as a learning lesson. And I also wish that more. I also, and this is me, man. If it's found that she's completely lying, I wish that more women would get jail time for lying on
lock
men.
her up, throw away the key, put her
If
under the
if
jail.
if, if, it is a complete lie, she deserved jail time. 'Cause if it is a complete lie, she deserved jail time. If it is a complete lie, 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 if she deserves jail time if the shit's a lie. I wish there would be more. Um, I feel like it's some people that need to be what you call it. I feel like they. I feel like there's a lot more people that need to be the example, so it won't be so normalized that oh, I don't like the way he talked to me. I'm gonna say he essayed me. I don't like how he treated me. I'm gonna say he did this to me, and it's a complete lie. And we all know the lie is, no one cares about the truth. Is a lie more entertaining? Straight up, no one cares about the truth if the lie is more entertaining. I got that from Charlemagne the God, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, like,
Hey, boo.
I
Okay,
don't know,
let's
man.
get into the psyche behind it. Why do women feel so comfortable lying to the authorities to get an individual jammed up? Let's start there.
Um, I feel in the sense they ultimately may not get what they want, but their image is forever be messed up. I feel like it's gonna hurt that individual's image. Um, and I feel like also it takes away from real victims.
Yeah,
There
man,
are
because it's
there
like
are real
it's
there are
real
real
ladies
victims.
out here and guys out here that have been SA great before, and I hope they're healing properly. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
I hate for anybody to go through that,
yeah.
but their story will never be heard. It'll be
Exactly.
overlooked because of situations like this.
And there are, and I guarantee you, I'm pretty sure there's probably are women who looked at that whole trial and be like, damn, you are a horrible representation for women who actually go through that shit. There are real women who actually go through bullshit and they look and they see shit like that. They knew she was lying. They're like, dang, man. Like, that's the reason why people don't believe us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay,
if
so
there's
why do
been,
women continue to do it? Because this been going on since biblical times.
yeah,
Back in the day, this what Emmett Till got brutalized for,
yep,
right? Whistleblowing.
hmm,
That never happened.
exactly.
There's been many of situations where they found out later it didn't happen, and it off rail people careers. I remember that one dude from Baylor, that kid from Baylor.
A brawly ass dude.
Yeah,
For the longest, they had like a meme of him just standing up there,
yeah.
dude, just huge,
Supposed to
and
be a
got
first
lied
round
on.
draft pick, got lied
Dude
on.
got lied on. Where he at now? The UFL, or he's somewhere. He's doing
I'm not
something.
too
It ain't
sure, but never really got vindicated to get to where he's supposed to be.
exactly. Like I said again, I wish that more when it comes to cases where men are lied on, there needs to be more cases where women are they get jail time, man. They deserve that jail time because it's not fair. And it's also, like I said, it takes away from the real victims. There are real women who go through a lot of bullshit and they sit there like, I can't say nothing because no one's gonna believe me. But then you look on TV and you see, oh, this person just got accused, and they found out it's a whole lie. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. And it makes it worse for real victims.
Yeah, yeah. So we got a couple clips, man, from the actual trial, from the BBL show, and her telling her side of the story. So let's get into that real quick.
Lindsay, and you not going to Miami?
Me and Stefan had arguments all the time. Like not all the time, often, and it would just fly over. But it wasn't as it didn't turn into a fight like it did. I needed to come back to get my things.
Let's see what did you respond to Stefan on December 11th? And this is now 9 days after you were assaulted. Supposedly.
I was assaulted. It wasn't supposedly.
What did you respond to Steph?
Was very emo. Sorry I made you feel that way. I don't want to leave. I want to stay to take care of you as long as I need you.
Lindsay, and you not going to?
Let's start there. So after all this is supposedly did happen, allegedly,
Yeah.
you text this man you don't want to leave the house, and you're willing to do whatever to take care of him. Your take, my brother. The floor is yours, my brother.
Like I said, they was mixing business with pleasure. And I feel like they both were wrong in that part of mixing business with pleasure. And with this, Stefon was probably beating the shit down on her ass. And she got emotional about it because he was like, hey, he may have been the type of person that's like, hey, you gonna feed me, I'm gonna pay you this amount of money, I'm gonna slide you some peen real quick. You know what I'm saying? If you with it, I'm with it. And then she started falling in love with his ass, probably. And then he probably was like, hey, it ain't this type of party. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and now I feel like, hey, this is what all this came up. Oh, he did this to me, he did that to me. I feel like they both were wrong in that part of mixing business with pleasure, but all this assault shit and this shit end up being a lie. I don't respect it at all, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't even feel like that about the business and pleasure, bro.
You have a chef, and she fine as fuck.
Okay.
She fine as fuck. I'm talking about bad.
Bad.
She's your chef, right?
Oh,
You mean
well,
tell me you'll be cool with you mixing business with pleasure with that chef?
that wasn't the case here. They was already cool.
They were already messing around. She just so happened to be his chef.
Exactly. So she, I don't know. I don't even know if she a chef.
That's what everybody's saying. I'm not really knowledgeable about this whole. I'm just going off what people are saying.
Okay.
If it is true,
but
and
look,
she is his chef,
I can't spin that whole business and personal narrative because Buddy is supposedly fucking the hair braider, multiple baby mamas, the chef, Cardi.
well, ain't no supposing. They got a baby.
They all getting beat down. So he's scoring touchdowns on and off the field.
Yeah.
If he don't get he don't get at least 2 tubs on the field, he getting 3 off the field.
Yeah.
And this has been bro's MO since forever. There is a video.
Since his ass was with the Vikings. You remember that video? And people was like, who would you not let date your sister? And everybody said
Stefon
Diggs. I remember the video.
Now, player to player, I can't speak about his game.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say on that. I can't talk about what type of program he's running.
Yeah.
But he's running it like a D3 school. Maybe D2, teetering. But that is not a D1 program.
Yeah.
Because he's hitting birds of a feather that flock together. That got BBLs.
So what category you putting Cardi in?
Brr. I can't do the bird call. I can't. Come on, man. Look. And we could get on the women real quick. I don't want to, but we can.
All right.
Let's get on it real quick before we get on Mr. Diggs.
All right.
We about to demolish Mr. Diggs. But the women look up to Cardi. the same way the women look up to Megan Thee Stallion,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Cardi, you have, from what it looks like, an amazing personality. I don't know you. The internet is all I can, you know what I'm saying, gain knowledge and information from about you, right?
Yeah.
Born, funny, Bronx, New York, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have this amazing aura about you.
Yeah.
You keep fucking with bullshit. And you wanted us to believe that you going from Offset to Stefon Diggs was a better bridge. Your
Oof.
husband was cheating on you in private. This nigga is cheating on you in public. And this woman on trial said they was all conversating, preparing for matching outfits in this Miami trip.
Yeah.
So did Cardi know about this or she didn't know about this?
Oh no.
I want to believe she's not a dummy. I want to believe that she's smarter.
Yeah.
But guess what? If you're driven by your emotions, you're going to make emotional decisions. And Stefon Diggs was an emotional decision. And now you're stuck with it. Your baby daddy getting shot in the ass. And your new nigga on trial. And this is what a lot of women are defending. And they're getting to a point where they're getting backed into a wall because you can't defend this shit. You can't, bro.
Yeah.
As bad as women want to defend Megan Thee Stallion, it's hard for them. They know it. Their reasonings don't even make sense. As bad as women want to care about what Cardi B has done and moved on and she's trying to grow and heal, they can't defend this shit. They can't.
Yeah.
So it leads me to say, why are these beautiful, bubbly women, why they continue to get themselves in these type of situations? Come on, man. I need something. Why they keep doing it?
You know how sometimes you'll know you'll have some female that's in high school that they know they see a good dude, but they always want the bad boy.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
there's some women don't grow out of that mentality. Like I know his persona, his behavior is not going in the right path, but you know what? He seemed like a fun, good time. Maybe in Cardi's mind, Stefan was just a fun, good time.
And the issue is a lot of women turn a good time into a long time.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the rebound nigga, Cardi. You supposed to get this off the glass. But instead, now you stuck. You got a kid by it. And this nigga was on trial embarrassing you once again.
Yeah.
This woman on the stand talking about how she's talking to you, messaging you, gang.
Yeah.
So it just makes it difficult because we want our women to make better decisions. These be the niggas that you got all the red flags about. And I'm not saying Mr. Diggs can't change. This might be his wake up call. This might be the all right, gang. I gotta start changing up what I do. This may be that for him. I pray it is. Because like you said, bro, next time in this situation, you might not be so lucky, my guy.
Exactly.
You might not get this because they're gonna say, "Oh, he already been in a situation like this before."
I do feel like he needs better judgment on who he allows around him and what are they there for.
Okay, so let's get into Mr. Diggs. So, but I do want to play this clip real quick. I know you used to watch Shady back in the day.
This is all embarrassing. You saying he did this, he did that, and then at the end of the day, they say not guilty. Like, so did she lie? Didn't she lie? So many different questions, you know. And it's two black people that you know, like it makes us look a certain way. So how does it for all parties? And then the last thing for women, because right, and I just gotta be honest because I've been in these situations. Like these players go through a lot to get where they're at. And I know you see all the money he's making, but like he had to go through a lot to get there. And when I think it's an easy layup, you could just sue somebody because you feel a certain way, that don't make it right. That don't. To people out there trying to get money from players, like, bro, work hard or he had to work hard.
Yeah.
He didn't become this one of the best receivers in football just because, right? He had to go to college and go through this, go through that, go to different teams, getting traded, getting injured, tearing ACLs, didn't have.
Enough of that shit, Shady. Enough of that shit, Shady. Let's get into it, man. We SSP, man. Still selling podcasts, man. And while Shady has made some valid points,
Yeah,
about the hard work that it takes for a lot of them, the young men, and men to get into the league.
mm-hmm.
Let's talk about what it takes to keep it.
Like I said, I feel like Stefon needs to make better decisions on who he allows around in his space. And I'm being real, bro. Like you said,
But how can you say that as far as being in his space? Because one would say multimillionaire. Right? Hold on. Because we coming from a regular guy. We married. We out the game.
Yeah.
We ain't never had M&Ms to just know what that feel like. We gonna get there. But shit, by the time we get there, I just want me and my wife to be on some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something nice. Beamers and Bentleys. You know what I'm saying? For him, he in a situation where, let's get serious, like Klay Thompson, he can have any type of build in a woman that he wants. And with great power comes what, bro?
Great responsibility, bro.
So when you get a dude, okay, boom, when you were stationed in Germany, right?
Yeah.
I'm a real player, young, suave type of dude. Used to hang around the ladies.
Yeah.
Never pressed the issue though. You know what I'm saying? We cool. I got a wife. We all, y'all gonna have fun around me.
Yeah.
Right? But what about them other dudes that were stationed in Germany that never got the action like that in the United States? What they was acting like?
German women were treating him like they was Chris Brown over them motherfuckers. Dude ain't never experienced women flocking in him. They had to flock to the women. Get to Germany and they flocking in him. They think like, God damn.
Okay, so use that mentality and apply it to the millionaire. Every nigga not LeBron James and got a Savannah James in the tub.
Yeah.
So you could have whatever you want. And some dudes exercise that right.
But do you see how that could cause situation like this to occur?
Yeah.
So
because I have to ask Mr. Diggs, how many vaginas do you need? How many do you got Cardi B, you got the chef, you got the hair braider, you got all the other, you got your baby mamas, you got your goddamn assistant.
Yeah. Let me say this though. I feel like and this is just my opinion. I feel like when you are a man and you have that many soul ties, bro, I feel like something is you're lacking in something that
You're trying to fill a void.
you're trying to fill a void. It's like you feel like you have to. Why do you feel like you need to have this many bodies or this many soul ties? Like why? Like why do you feel like you need to be fed in this way?
You got to understand, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas with money get the attention that everyday women receive. Think about that now.
Okay.
So it might not be about the soul ties. It might just be the access. Now the soul ties come with the access.
Okay.
So these women are willing to be in a assistant role, in a chef role, in a hair braider role to have the access. And you see that some men are willing to give them access.
Okay.
And then what did we also talk about a few episodes ago? A lot of women put respect and money in the same category. Because if they respected themselves, they would never put themselves in a situation like this with a Stefon Diggs.
Yeah. You know what I also found kind of. You ever heard of that saying? Excuse me. You ever heard of that saying that everyone has a number? Everyone has a price. I seen this stream one time. And it was these two dudes, and they was like 100 bands for a night. It's it's like 4 females behind him. And one of them said, for 50 bands, take me through there. Damn. Like, everyone has a price, but like, are you willing to let something that we as humans has set value for? Humans are the reason why money is valuable. We created this value, and it's really nothing, to be honest with you. Money is really a bunch of bullshit, bro. It's literally nothing. But we have created value in something that isn't supposed to have any value at all. It doesn't have any value. But we have created this value in money to where it's like we're literally sitting here saying, man, for this money, I'll do this for it. Some shit that we ourselves have placed value on. You don't think that shit's weird? You don't think that shit is like unbecoming of being a human being? Like, you don't feel like,
well, when this value can buy you certain things and give you a certain status and, you know what I mean, make your life easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it means a lot to a lot of people. Because a lot of people don't have their faith in much. So a lot of people believe I can buy my way to happiness. And that's why you do have a lot of people that are financially set, financially stable, that off themselves. Because they get to a point where they realize I can't buy happiness. And I don't have that happiness within myself.
But you know what is a crazy test? Just imagine out of everybody in your family, you watch I'm not just saying you, but just in general. Like, you watch your family struggle your whole life. You watch your grandma and your grandpa struggle their whole life. You get older and boom, God bless you with all this money. You think that money is just for you? Or do you feel like everybody in your family deserve a piece?
How they treated them.
Okay.
Cause that's another thing. How did them family members treat that person?
Mm. That's how I feel like sometimes, like even when it comes to my son, man, or even my daughter, they grow up. Let's just say my son, he go in the MLB or the NFL, or he get a tennis contract or whatever it is. I feel like I pour so much into my child to where it's like I don't feel like I don't feel like I don't feel like I deserve anything for my son. To be completely honest with you, but there are parents that sit here like, hey, like with this money, I'm the one that took you to practice. I'm the one that did X, Y, Z. You're supposed to do that. That's called being a parent. You should want your child to be better than you.
Shit, I would just pray that I pour so much into my kids that they would just want to pour back into me.
And that's cool.
That's it. That's it.
It's cool. It's cool, but just being okay. But there are parents that sit here and they're like, "No, my son need to do that for me because it's like they're entitled just because I push this child out, I'm entitled. They got to buy me this car. They got to buy me this house."
Yeah. Now that entitlement gonna get you rolled over.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you saw your kid had a dream,
Mm-hmm.
and you just navigated them through it. That was it. Like you said, you being a parent.
Yeah.
And all you can hope is that you poured into your kid enough that they want to pour into you.
Yeah.
And understand shit. In that situation, hell, whatever they give you is more than enough.
So, for example, Stefon Diggs, right? His brother, also in the NFL. Well, I want to say he's free agent, he's still somewhat around the league or still making money and still doing his thing, whatever. You have two brothers that are in the NFL. You know, Stefon brother, I want to assume he has a baby with he has a baby with the same person who has a baby with Lil Bow Wow too, right?
Yeah, in future. Yeah.
Oh, crazy. But I have a question when it comes to the picking and choosing, especially in the industry. You mean to tell me, out of all the women in the world, that was a good pick? To even put yourself in that position where you could be baby daddy number. Like I feel like a lot of men put themselves in situations where it's them. We gotta blame them. Like
but
if I know,
bro, you gotta think, bro. Like
if I know for myself, she got a baby with Bow Wow. She got a baby with Future. If I see her walking across the street, hell no. She look good, but hell no.
But she know the game though. See, that's where they get caught up. She know the industry. She know how it go. If they got to be over here, go over there. She more willing to accept it. She know how the game go. Versus a girl that's green.
But at the same time,
or a dude that's green. Hold on, that's like Rihanna dating an electrician gang.
But we about to speak on discipline, right?
Yes, for sure. But
and
who's to say that industry relationship may not work out? We don't know that. We don't know. Because we don't know people's intentions. Because everything is about intentions, whether it's a regular woman off the street or whether it's a girl in the industry.
Yeah.
Everything is based off intentions. And especially in the industry, what do you say intentions are for? More for selfish. Everybody making moves for themselves. So why would I believe that they dating life any different?
I just want, especially black men, I want us to make better decisions. Because sometimes like your decision and what you decide to do can create hell for the next 18 years. And you have nobody to blame but yourself.
But what can you say when you got a Stefon Diggs, Anthony Edwards, who got that cash and can?
All right, speaking on Anthony Edwards. Now, listen, Anthony Edwards. He was messing with this. I really don't know the whole situation, but apparently when he was messing with this girl, she got pregnant. He was saying, "Hey, Boo Boom had this abortion. I give you this money." She decided to keep the baby, right? All right. Child, is it boy or girl? It really don't matter. Whatever that child is, right? Is it fair for that child to not have a parent, not have a dad?
Say that again, bro.
So for that child, even though dude was like, "Hey man, I don't want this child, X, Y, Z," and even though he doesn't want that child, like, is it fair? I mean, is it okay for him to be like, I wanted the pleasure, but I didn't want the responsibility? Is that really fair?
If he told the girl that he didn't want it,
But that takes away the responsibility. You
if
cool with
he
the pleasure.
told the woman within the time frame that she knows she's pregnant and can get a legal abortion.
Man, listen. Once you put your shit in some other shit, my boy, all this.
All that
I didn't want
sounds
that
great,
baby.
bro. But the same way a woman can go to the clinic in most states and just get an abortion, whether the guy has no say so.
Yeah.
If that dude says, "I don't want to be here," how are you trying to hold them accountable? Yeah, you can, because then you got to go on both sides. Y'all both laid down. So
Yeah.
how is that person responsible if he had the transparency to say, "I want the pleasure, but I don't know you enough," or whatever the case is, I don't want to deal with this situation?
So why did he choose that route of saying, "Yeah, I want this, I don't want the
Is a
baby"?
pig pussy pork? Come on, man. You saying why? I don't, bro. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean, bro? Did you see the? Hold on. Hold on real quick, bro. Hold on real quick, family.
First of all,
Now that's the BBL chef.
is that her name?
Yes, that was her. The same day of the alleged incident. But what I'm getting at is, you understand why he was doing what he was doing.
I understand.
So then what
Now,
you saying?
everything is cool until she gets pregnant.
And
Then,
in the case,
then his what comes out his mouth does not matter anymore,
why?
because he didn't shoot his own club up, right? What club did he shoot up?
Hers.
Oh, he shot her club up. So he left all that. I don't want no baby, XYZ. That shit is over with once he decides to shoot that motherfucking club up.
Yes, brother.
It's
But what I'm
over with.
saying
He
is,
really has
the
no say
same
so anymore.
way a woman, me and you on a couple episodes ago, right?
Yeah.
We both believe that a man shouldn't be able to tell a woman what to do with her body, right?
Right.
But if a dude is saying, "I don't want this baby," and you have enough time to send it back to the Lord, because now you understand that you're going to put yourself in a situation where that kid is going to suffer. It's not about what you wanted, what you believe. Now that kid is going to suffer. And you didn't do your due diligence enough to say, I should have a baby with this person. Who you have a baby with is adjacent with who you get married to.
So the responsibility falls on who? One or both parties?
Both of them. But you can't say, oh, a woman can go get an abortion. But then when a nigga tell a girl he don't want to be in that baby life because he really don't, it was just a cool time, you can't be upset at that either. This nigga is telling you he don't want to be in the kid life. I'm not talking about no nigga that finesse you and all of this. Because we're not even gonna get into the situations of, you know,
but this
foul play, trying to get pregnant on purpose, putting holes in condoms, and we ain't even getting on that. We just talking about a cool night.
No, I understand a cool night, but if you're gonna allow yourself, so anytime that anybody decides to have sex with anybody, I feel like they need to have the responsibility to be like, all right, boom, if she becomes pregnant, I may fuck around and have a baby with this person. Think about the fact that, like, I'm just being out there, like, so you cool with smashing, but you're not cool with the possibility that you may end up having a baby with this person.
Come on, bro. How many people are thinking like that? Especially when they got money.
Man, you better go to the bathroom.
Especially when they got money, bro.
I feel like there are a lot of women that's out there that be like, all right, she do look good. If I get her pregnant, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's like, why are you choosing to have sex with somebody? For the pleasure.
The same way that girl is allowing the nigga to nut in them. It's the same thing, bro. The same way this nigga shooting up the club.
Yeah.
You let him load up the clip, throw it in, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, yeah, y'all both shouldn't have been laying down.
Yeah.
But when that man tell you he don't want to be there no more or don't want to be part of that situation,
yeah,
do not get upset. It do not be on the internet false flagging, acting like you didn't know that this was this man's character. Because a lot of these dudes already show the red flags. They knew about Stefon Diggs. Cardi knew about Offset beforehand. A lot of that shit that they do is what attracted the girls in the first place.
Yeah. You think he gonna get more play from women after this?
He not gonna stop. This tarnished the brand.
What I'm saying is, you feel like it's gonna be more women flocking to him once they found out he was found out guilty?
Girls that testified, or some of them, like the hair braider he allegedly was on too.
Yeah.
They not trying to fuck up their bag. Some women think like that. I already knew what was going on in this circus, and you not finna be the monkey that fuck it up. And that's a sad reality, but then we could get into this conversation. Women lowering their standards for dudes who have money. Because why is Stefon Diggs in this situation in the first place? She felt she was slighted with the sexual aspect. Now she wants some money.
Yeah. I do feel like, money does bring power. Money does exclude you from having to. If you got money, you can talk to certain women any kind of way. You can act any kind of way when it comes to certain women. And those certain women can still sit there and say, I'm not going to allow this, that, this, and that, until they meet that man that checks off every requirement that they want. They'll deal with a man that's kind of disrespectful. They'll deal with a man that just treats them any kind of way. Oh, he'll open up my door, but he got money.
Bro, but you gotta understand too, women deal with that from niggas who don't got no bread. So it make it a lot easier to deal with it when a nigga does have bread.
I'm with you when you're right, my boy.
Niggas not supposed to be beating on bitches, but they always got a bitch to beat on.
You right. You right.
Why? Because women put themselves in these situations. Now, we can give our hypothesis on why they go in these situations, thinking they can change it and give them shower them with more love. But the truth is they love the chaos. Because you're going to sit here and tell me Cardi B ain't know about all of this? She's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
You're going to sit here and tell me that she didn't know about all of this that was going on?
I feel like, just like you said before, bro, I feel like, Stefon was definitely a rebound. He a little bad boy. Everyone in the NFL, everyone knows how much of a player Stefon is. It ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? But like for Cardi to bounce and go on to the next man before she's considered legally divorced, and then she ends up pregnant, it's crazy to me. That was the crazy part to me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
She secured the bag. She already got it. And now another source.
Yeah.
And then once again, about the shooting the club up.
Yeah.
She knew her situation. She knew what was going on. And you still allowed this man to shoot your club up. I'm starting to think you just let the nigga in the club. You ain't even make the nigga go through the metal detector, didn't pat him down, nothing. You actually let him come through the back door. I'm just saying, bro. He ain't sneak his fire in, and then once he got in, just start shooting up the club. He came in through the back door. No security, no pat down.
Man.
So then I gotta say, when you let your emotions supersede your logic, you get caught up in these situations. And I'm not saying that me or real perfect by any means, bro. If anybody understand the battle with lust that comes with life for us as men, I said this on our last episode. Y'all go check it out. But a lot of men battle this. So when you give a man resources, some money that also comes with status,
yeah,
a lot of them are going to exercise their right to have different options. Same as a Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
So we can get on this real quick. When you know a nigga's in a certain lifestyle, when you know a lot of these dudes pay to play and shower, they do a lot of love bombing.
Mm-hmm.
But have no true intentions behind it.
I think that women want to be secure. They want to be. They want stability. And they
So
want.
do you want financial stability or emotional stability?
Well, when it comes to Meg, though, she has her bag, so I wouldn't even say financially she feel like she'd be good because she got her own when it come to money part. But
she has her own, but you can't discount Young Miami. You get in with a Diddy that giving you allowance. A free bag. I don't have to tour. I don't have to do these brand deals. I don't have to do these commercials. I don't have to do that shit. I just gotta pop ass.
But you also degrading yourself to get pissed on.
Okay, but I just gotta pop ass, cook and clean, and he gonna give me the same money that I would get for 2 shows.
And get pissed on.
Or whatever the case is. I'm just saying though, bro. That's the logic.
It shit don't make sense to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've never understood how
You don't think Young Miami heard about the stories with Diddy and Cassie?
Oh yeah.
You think she knew absolutely nothing? And guess what?
I feel like she like, I'm gonna take my chance. I'm gonna take my chance.
And guess what? You're gonna take your chance, and you okay with it because this dude can buy you the new Chanel or the newest G-Wagon or whatever you can acquire at the time.
I ain't gonna lie. It's like, you know, sometimes God will bless you just to see how you gonna do with this money. What you gonna do with this money? I'm gonna put you to the test. You want fame? You want fortune? I'm gonna give it to you and see how you battle having discipline when it comes to lust, when it comes to, like, I feel like sometimes people be placed in situations just to see.
Yeah,
Are you
but a lot of dudes in that test fail a lot of times. Hell, I feel like the fail rate higher than the success rate. Sharon Moore, Mike Vrabel, what's the name? The Mdoka, or who cheated on Nia Long?
for the Celtics?
Yeah,
The
for
Celtics.
sure, him. Yeah.
I need
Jay-Z. Shit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And the crazy thing about it is, like, you'll think, you know, the more money you have, you know, I'm good. I ain't gotta. Nah, I feel like they should give you way more problems. Way more problems.
It give you problems because once again, you have access to a lot that the everyday average person doesn't. So that's why I don't try to judge these people. All I can tell Stefon Diggs is, bro, like you said earlier, bro, next time you might not be so lucky, gang.
Yeah.
So please chill. We would love to see you on that field.
Yeah.
You can have all types of hoes you want, but you need to run your program a lot stricter, gang. All this having an assistant fucking her, having a chef fucking her. Bro, you can have just bitches at your house, bro. You don't have to employ every female that you come across.
And I'm gonna just say it. Hey, at that point, just pay for it.
But that's the thing, bro. Fuck is you paying $1,500 for to get your hair braided? Nigga, braids don't look that good. That don't look like $1,500 braids.
Ain't nothing.
Shit, Molly and Big T will braid that shit for $70. And it's gonna look the same. They saying this chef was making Rasta pasta and hot dogs.
I ain't
getting
know that,
$2,000 a week. I seen why she was getting $2,000 a week. That BBL looked natural. That thing looked like it had some motion in the ocean. Some jelly. What you gonna do with all this jelly? You're not ready for all this jelly. Like, come on, man. But you gotta be smarter, bro. You have to be smarter, bro. If that's how you gonna run your business, just have them in rotation. If you gonna keep it P, then keep it P. And just tell them, hey, shawty, this is what I got going on. I'm the man with the plan, and I got 100 bands. And either you gonna sit here and understand, or I'm gonna continue to be that man, and you can go on. Like, it's what it is, bro.
And what happened to being grateful though? Because if he was paying her $2,000 a week, and all she had to do was make some Rasta pasta and some hot dogs, and I want to assume she was throwing some ass.
The entitlement, bro. I get to be around Cardi B. I get to go to all these places. I get to go to games. I got access to all these celebrities and all this stuff because I'm with Steph. You start to lose sight of how you got there.
Yeah.
It's like somebody put you on and then you forget the nigga that put you on.
They're just like somebody, for example, they're just like, imagine making the video at home, and you get interviewed, and you get paid 25 bands to sit in your house, and then you heard somebody else getting paid the X amount of money. Now you feel like you deserve a lot more, motherfucker. Who just on live or make some videos been placed on YouTube, and you in your own house, they come from your own house, and after this episode, you just made 25 bands to talk for an hour. Come on now.
There's some people who think their principality is bigger than the program. I never think that I'm too big. I'm bigger than the program to understand the logistics of that type situation.
Or for example, let's just say at one point you were making 50, and now, depending on the situation, when you go from making 50 from the comfort of your own house, let's just say 30, and then go from 30 to 15. Motherfucker, you barely had to get out of your bed.
But you got to understand, bro, when some people then got something and worked so hard for it, now they think it's expected. They forget to continue to grind.
Yeah.
Same like NFL player, NBA player that get their money, start falling off. It just, you get complacent and you forget, bro. In this type of situation with a Stefon Diggs or a Klay Thompson, bro, they've been running this play so long where they could have a plethora of whatever type of woman they want. You're not just going to wake up one day and just kick out of that.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a lot of looking in the mirror and soul searching on what I'm missing to understand why I keep on displaying these behaviors.
And I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, me playing a professional sport, sometimes that could be scary, bro. Because why are you posting, he just signed a 4-year, $95 million? Why the fuck does everybody need to know that? Now, everybody that you're around know you got bread on bread, and you can't lie about it. You can't say you ain't got no money.
Professional sports is literally like the only place where you can get that type of disclosure information, bro. Disclose information, bro. Because a corporation, guess what? They don't even want you talking to your employee, your coworker about what you make.
Yeah. But they can show announcing on social media. Buddy just signed for 5 years, $112 million.
And that go back to that green bean thing we was talking about, that one episode with the lady who was fucking the dudes with the dirty socks.
Yeah.
Dude be green as hell when they get into a situation with a woman like this, or say a sports player. You've been so locked in on getting to your dream.
Mm-hmm.
You finally get some money, and now you meet a Brittany Renner. Now you meet a Drea Michelle.
Yeah.
Now, looks wise, I'm fucking that through the wall.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
moral wise, I'm not touching you with a 10-foot pole. But these dudes will get this money, have access to something that looks amazing, and because of your schedule and how everything work out, you don't really get to know this person. You just have a lot of great times with this person, not realizing your resources is the reason y'all always having a great time.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like me having that much, if I was to be that person to have that much money, that much access to whatever I want, I feel like I would be absolutely more anxious to be out there like that, because I feel like I got so many responsibilities. I got so many people to take care of. I can't fuck this up, bro. I can't. It ain't worth it. But to some people, it's like, hey, man, I'm just here for a good time, not a long time.
Okay, but you can say many a men have failed. Shit, Kevin Hart. All that money in the world don't mean too much or nothing, bro.
Yeah.
The money doesn't equal too much or nothing.
You right.
And you don't know what people going through and they reasoning for a lot of it. Am I saying this right? No.
Yeah.
No. But we're not here to judge neither. Because if it was that easy of a hurdle for people to get over, the situation wouldn't continue to happen over and over and over again. For the best statue of men, for the top ranking men.
Yeah.
Hell, we can even backtrack to the army and how many men and soldiers fell to situations like this.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So it ain't just about having money. Any man could get in a situation like this, that Stefon Diggs got into. Any man. It just for him, he so happened to have the resources to be able to fight a situation like this. Because think about all the dudes that don't have the revenue like Stefon Diggs that have one of the best lawyers.
Yeah.
That get put in a situation like this.
Whew.
So it get tricky, but you got it with your closing statements, bro.
Hey man, you been hearing about what's been going on about that new virus that's going on right now?
Oh, the hantavirus, whatever that shit is, bro. Right?
I ain't gonna lie, my boy. I've been and I looked this up. Do you know the top 1% made the most amount of money they made during the pandemic?
Oh, of course.
Billion,
Like Pfizer and all them.
billionaires that they network was at like 40 billion. They after the pandemic, this shit doubled.
I can see that. I can see that.
I'm just throwing this out here. I feel like it's a motive behind this whole cruise bullshit and this virus. I feel like something else about to happen. And I also read that it takes
we are
8
all over
weeks.
this story for you. Breaking this morning, Dutch authorities say a flight attendant who was in touch with a woman who died from hantavirus in South Africa has been admitted to a hospital after showing symptoms. There are also new reports that some of the Americans who were on board that ship plagued by an outbreak for days have returned back home. Well, now there's growing worry that they may have brought the rare and deadly virus back with them. Nick's here with the latest on this story. Nick, officials in several states are now monitoring this entire situation.
Absolutely, Mark. They're doing what they call contact tracing. They want to make sure that anyone who is on this ship is not taking that virus anywhere with them without being traced. While the CDC tries to tamp down public fears, at least 3 state health departments are keeping tabs on people who were just on board the MV Hondias. The New York Times reports that California, Georgia, and Arizona state health departments are each monitoring residents who were on that beleaguered ship. Right now, however, the 2 people in Georgia are not showing any symptoms. Those reports come after 3 people were evacuated off the ship.
Hey, it takes 8 weeks for symptoms to show. So knowing they're already in Georgia, it's already if they have the fucking virus, it's already spreading, bro. It's already spreading.
Look, hide your mother, hide your wife, hide the kids, cause it's gonna spread faster than wildfire. Because what I'm seeing is a lot of, and maybe this is just fear. So keep in mind, we're not professionals, we're not health professionals. We're not saying that we are. We're not legal professionals with the Stefon Diggs stuff. We just speaking on the information given. But I do instinctively remember them downplaying coronavirus the same way that they downplaying this hantavirus.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And for it to go from, oh, leave them out there and let the quarantine shit go out and we figure out how to, manage that to then letting these folks go about their day.
Yeah.
Is wild. And you can't tell me, like you said, it ain't some type of motive or plan. And you know what, it's sad that we even have to think like that.
Yeah.
But we also talking about a government who also put cocaine in the streets. So we can't so we can't really overlook nothing. And Pfizer, whatever the dude name is, who you was talking about, rich as hell, who faced a lot of backlash later and used a lot of America's panic as a come up.
Yep.
And I feel like this will be the same aspect. Cause guess what? To the same effect. Cause guess what? With this war with Iran going on, real soon, you could imagine that without the strait being just open,
Mm-hmm.
that gas prices very soon are going to explode. So guess what? If I can put something out there, and this is just conspiracy theory, so all allegedly, chat, allegedly. But if I can put them back in the crib while these gas prices and all this shit get figured out, and we give them a little $2,000 check while we saving hella money and trying to figure out this oil situation so people not driving.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And until we figure it out, and then we'll put out we'll put out a vaccine and we'll mandate it until we don't have to for everybody to get it.
We gonna test it on some rodents to see.
Hey, black people, we used to be the rodents. Sickle cell. Hey, my bad. Yeah. What you were saying, bro? Yeah, they gonna test it on some rodents, and
Yeah.
and then it's gonna be all good for the rest of the public.
We approve this message.
Pfizer. So man, hey, prayers out, man. Hey, keep your family safe. Make sure to wash your hands, wash your ass, clean your house, please.
Mm-hmm.
Put some deodorant on.
Yeah.
Wash your clothes.
Yeah.
Please. Because it's a lot going on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near chemical warfare, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So please just be alert, be vigilant, you know what I'm saying, aware of what's going on. Don't be a dummy trying to sit in the background, be in the shadows talking about some, oh, I'm not trying to worry about that. This not the time, bro. This is not the time to be trying to put a lot of stuff on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
You see how these folks is playing.
Yeah.
They didn't let these folks come home. So you got to worry about gas prices. Hell, black people got to worry about racism. We got to worry about voting. We got to worry about niggas burning down warehouses. CEOs about to get their head taken off of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's too much going on, man. Folks can't get jobs.
Mm-hmm.
AI is getting ridiculous. Do I need to go on? And Tory Lanez ain't shoot Meg Thee Stallion. But hey, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He ain't shoot her. You know he was banging both of he was hitting both of the bitches. He was nibbling and dabbling. I'm just saying, bro. It's a lot going on, man. So y'all stay vigilant, man. You got anything else, brother?
Nah, bro.
Closing out. Hey, Stefon Diggs, get your shit together, boy. I get you can hit all types of bitches and do all types of shit with you know what I'm saying? Got money that nigga could never understand, but one P to another, my brother, you tripping. You tripping.
Yeah.
You running a IMG. I'm over here running Alabama with Nick Saban. You're tripping, my guy. You got too many resources, and you a good looking young brother.
Mm-hmm.
Chill out. You don't need to bang the chef and the assistant and the hair braider.
You don't.
You don't. And if you can't understand, like me, bro, you need to go to a therapist and try to figure out what the hell it is you missing that's making you got to get a BBL chef, because that's ridiculous, my boy.
Yeah.
And to the ladies, stop looking up to these ladies because you see that they act shady. And you see that you can't defend this shit because it makes you look bad. Even because you want to be a girl's girl, delusional girl's girl, it makes you look bad. The same way that one or two niggas make us look bad, they got multiple baby mamas and doing all of this, them 304s make y'all look bad. In the same way we gotta hold our fellas accountable, y'all gotta hold them women accountable, because this is not okay. Don't give a fuck what Stefon Diggs was doing. To put this man through this is not okay. For the sake of your feelings getting hurt. No. We got to do better as a people. as a people. We joke, we laugh, we talk about these situations that's going on, but we have to do better, including us. Me and Real ain't just talking the talk. We have to do better, all of us. And it starts with the man, the woman in the mirror, and being accountable for your situation and understanding your shortcomings and trying to change them. Every day is a new opportunity that Yahweh gave you to be better. It ain't for you to be perfect, but to be better. But hey, man, SSP Still Standing Podcast on YouTube, SSP _ Still Standing Podcast on IG, Still Standing Podcast, SSP Still Standing Podcast on Facebook, Still Standing Clips on Facebook, OG.Strange on all platforms, BB Hollywood _ on all platforms, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back tonight. It's a tour day. Hey, we gonna be back tonight, man. Another episode, man. We gotta get into that Boston Richie. That man, we gotta get into that. So make sure y'all tune in, bro. We love y'all, bro, man. Yahweh bless y'all. Ho, well.